Hello, good yo-yo people. I'm Nate. I'm a sponsored player by Squared YoYos, and this is another episode of Nate Reviews Yo-Yos. Today I have the privilege of reviewing a collaboration yo-yo from One Drop Yo-Yos and Static Unresponsive, the Parlay. So this is my review of the Parlay. As usual, the first section of these reviews is always the in the hand section. What does it actually feel like in the hand before I throw it? You'll find in the description box the full specs for this yo-yo, as well as information about myself, my sponsor Squared YoYos, and anything else you could possibly want to know about this yo-yo, myself, everything you want to know. Hey, also, on a side note, you should check out some of the videos I've been posting lately. I have a couple of walkthroughs. Up to this point, this channel has been only reviews and so on. But I'm going to start posting a few more walkthroughs. That's what I'm calling them. They're not really tutorials because I'm not really breaking down every single segment. I'm kind of slowing it down, giving you a bunch of different angles of tricks that are mine. Fairly simple tricks so far, but check those out if you haven't already, and give those a like to bump up all the ratings on that and everything. So that'd be great. So check those out. All right, so the Parlay. What does it feel like in the hand? There has been a series of probably the last 6 months, maybe a little longer, of kind of kickback yo-yos. Yo-yos that are, have that nostalgia feel to them. So this is one of those. This is a nostalgic sort of feel. Static YoYos, which is or Static Unresponsive, is a fairly brand new company. They actually have one other throwout. We'll talk about that, but this is their second release. But they've kind of treated it almost like they're starting fresh. If you know a little bit of the story, they are good friends with the people of One Drop, and they wanted basically a little bit more hands-on approach and feel like they had more of an input and direct say in the creation of their yo-yos. And so that's what they did. They collaborated with them and wanted a yo-yo that kind of was about a 10-year-old yo-yo, maybe even a little longer. I'm not sure the years that they actually picked exactly. But what we have here is an organic, more of a narrow, it's not slimline by any means, but it is not quite as wide as a lot of the yo-yos are out there right now, especially that are competition-driven. I would not categorize this as a competition-driven yo-yo. Right away, just from the feel in the hand, you're going to get that this is more of just a fun, laid-back yo-yo, which I really dig. You're seeing that a lot with a lot of these kickback, sort of retro, I don't know if that's the right word, but old-school type yo-yos or even mid-school type yo-yos, like this one, that are geared more towards just fun, good playing yo-yos. All right, so it is organic. You're also going to see that it has a fairly high wall, but it has been smoothed, if that's the term. I don't know. Is it people still use that term? Anyways, but it's not completely just flat. There is a ring in there, so that it takes some of the friction off of that. But it is high wall, so you're going to guess that you're going to have to be more deliberate about keeping the yo-yo in plane. It's maybe not going to be as stable or as forgiving on stability as some of your wider gapped, low wall or no wall yo-yos. It is organic, really nice comfortable feel in the hand. It is a Pyramatte finish. I would like to see maybe, if they do another run of these, I would love to see a bead blast on them. I love some of the bead blast yo-yos that One Drop puts out. Pyramatte I can give or take. It's a really nice tough finish. It's not my favorite for grinds, but it does give a really nice color to the ano here. I love this forest green here. I do have the brass flats in here right now. This is actually not what comes with it. The aluminum flats coming in with it originally, so that's the specs that you'll see in the box. And I'll talk about that more as we get to on the string section, why I kind of put the brass flats in here. It does have an IRG in there, so you're going to be able to easily pop that up, get your finger in there. Overall, really comfortable yo-yo in the hand, really nice feel in the hand, nice and light, very light, actually. We'll talk about that too on the string. That's the in the hand section. Let's go ahead and see how it plays like on the string. All right, welcome back with the Parlay one drop and static unresponsive collaboration yo-yo. This is the on the string section. All right, pardon the wind here, quite a bit of wind today, and so you might hear quite a bit of that in the camera. I'm sorry about that. All right, so this is the Parlay on the string. All right, so like I said, I put the brass flats in there. I almost did that immediately. I did play with it for a little while with the brass, I'm sorry, not the brass, but the aluminum flats. I liked it, but I knew kind of right away, and I'd seen some other posts of other people putting brass flats in there too, and I was like, I think that's going to be a better weight distribution for my personal liking. But just to kind of give you an idea, the flats, the aluminum flats, gave it just a little bit more of a zippy feel, very light. But I felt like, personally, for my taste, it was a little bit uncontrollable at times. It wasn't bad. After I put the brass flats on here, I was like, oh yes, that's what I'm going to need in there. And it kind of gives it a little bit more of a heft, a little bit more of a stable feel than you had with the aluminum flats. But check those out though too. I'm really not going to review that here, but that's kind of the big difference. You have a little bit more of a zippy, floaty or yo-yo, but that's the beauty of the side effect system anyways. You can throw in whatever you want in this. I wouldn't recommend too much heavier than this. Personally, I think that probably would give it a little bit more of a brick feel. On the string, you still have a really nice, nimble throw, even with these brass flats. It is I like it a lot. It is more of a laid-back yo-yo. It's not going to be one that you're necessarily going to pick up for a competition or something like that. You could. I mean, you can compete with any yo-yo, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But this would be a really nice, good everyday carry type of yo-yo. It's really solid for regens. I really like it for regens. Really stable, very smooth. Probably one of the smoothest side effects yo-yos I've played to date. Yeah, like I said, the IRG, easy. You can get in there really easily. Talked about the high wall on this as well. A yo-yo like this is really going to make sure that you throw a really solid sleeper, breakaway, all that's going to be smooth and solid and stable. Now, it's not going to be amazing at horizontal. Most organic yo-yos aren't, but you know, you're going to feel that high wall kind of drag the yo-yo down. There's going to be a lot more friction on the string than on, say, something with a no wall gap at all. But you know, part of that could be because I'm not very great at horizontal. Somebody who's an expert at horizontal, I think Jensen Kimmett, for instance, placed a video a long time ago, a couple years ago. I think he was talking about the canvas and throwing horizontal with that, and that's a high wall yo-yo too. And it's just all about control, whether you can actually control and make the yo-yo play the way you want it to play. Hey, that's actually one of the tricks that is on my channel here. You want to check that out, boingy schmoing. Kind of a fun chopstick style retro boingy trick, so that's why I put that in there. Yeah, this yo-yo is perfect for front style. I love front style tricks. My overall opinion of the Parlay by One Drop and Static Unresponsive, I really dig it. This is going to be a fun yo-yo. One that's you're going to want to pick up and play and just kind of goof around with. Test some of your skills with as far as stability. If all you've been playing is low wall, no wall yo-yos, this is going to challenge you a little bit, and which is good, right? It's going to make you a better player. But also it's really fun. It has a unique feel to the string because it is kind of zippy. It's a little lighter. I would not necessarily say floaty, but just kind of really nimble and smooth, stinking smooth. Really good with regens, and just an overall comfortable feeling yo-yo in the hand that's going to be enjoyable to play, and at a great price point. Hope you like this review. Make sure that you share and you like. Make sure you definitely like and comment, and give me your opinion. I would love to hear it as well. Good day and good yo-yo.